I donated my blender to my brother, my niece. So I've never replaced it since then. All right, ladies. So with all those fabulous announcements, we're going to start off in a comfortable seat, engage our pranayama practice. Now, before we get started, as you close your eyes and draw your attention inward, just notice what your energy is like. How does your body feel? You could feel fatigued, you could feel energized, anxious, happy, sad. As we start to understand a little bit more about our own internal navigation system, we can work with it using the asana practice as a healing modality. And to move whatever you're working on through you, you just start to drag the air down the back of the throat, really expanding your rib cage. Hold a pause and your breath is completely full. Exhale as slow as you can, learning to let go on a gentle scale. Then you hold at the bottom where it's empty. And then you'll inhale. And then again, we'll exhale. Inhaling. And I want to encourage you to place your thoughts on the spaces between the breaths, where you're pausing and then exhaling. And the secret to the universe is in the pause, and then inhaling. The rhythm that we're creating now, we want to apply to the sun salutations, the warm-up series, standing series. From here, we'll go right into downward facing dog. So you can make that transition onto your shins and hands, then into the downward facing dog. Walk your dog out right to left. Being sensitive to incorporating the breath. On your exhale, walk it all the way to the top of the mat. On your inhale, elongate the spine. On your exhale, chest the thighs. Inhale, sweep your arms up nice and high. On the exhale, swan dive. On your inhale, lengthen. On your exhale, left leg back. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg up. Exhale, bring it through to the top. Inhale, left leg meets it. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left leg. Inhale, right. Exhale, low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, the left leg. Exhale, bring it through. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen. Right leg back. Left leg. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, bring it through. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left leg. Inhale, right. Exhale, low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, bring it through. Inhale, right leg. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms high. Interlace the fingers. Release the index finger. Bring your feet together if they've separated. Feel that internal rotation of your thighs. Gently just rock yourself from side to side. We're going to work the side body, the front body, the back body. So come back to center. Extend your arms way beyond your comfort zone so you can get into those obliques. And we'll tick all the way over towards the right side of the room. Use your right hand to pull your left hand. Keep your arms in line with your ears. Lift the collarbone up towards the sky. Bend a little bit into the knees. Extend your fingertips over a little bit more. Straighten your legs. In through the nose and out. So we're not going to forego the breath because that's where we'll find our vitality. Come back to center. Big breath in. On the exhale, take it to the left. Same intention. Now the left hand's going to pull on the right. I want to keep those arms in line with the ears. Bend your knees a little bit. Take a bigger stretch. Straighten your legs. Keep the weight in the blade of the right foot. Not to strain the breath, but to breathe in through the nose and out. And we'll release. Come back to center. Drop your head back, look towards the ceiling. Put a little bend in your knees again. Start to drag your fingertips towards the back of the mat. Start to gently push the hips more forward. Lift the collarbone a little bit more. Reach back a little bit further. Soften your glutes. Stretch. Let's release. Come back up. Same intention, little bend in the knees, lean forward. So you can get that torso to hover right out in front of you. The last thing you do is you descend your fingertips to the mat and take this nice forward fold so you can release your fingertips. Tuck your chin into your chest to support the stretch in your lower back. Cup your heels from behind. Squeeze your elbows together. Kiss your shins. Big breath in. On your exhale, straighten your legs. Inhale, release. Take your hands out in front of you, interlace fingers. Squeeze your arms into your ears. Come nice and slow with the flat back. Reach up nice and high. Exhale, bring your arms out to your side. Step your feet out 2 5 width apart. Sometimes it's important to measure so that you know your femur bones are in line with your hip flexors. Your arms are going to come out in front of you. We're going to sit down in the imaginary chair. And then we want to relax the shoulders away from the ears. This is all about engaging our legs. So there's this micro movement if you squeeze your inner thighs and soften your glutes. Pull your belly button in and up. See if you can go a little bit lower. A little bit lower. Lean back a little bit more. Go a little bit lower. Awesome release. Come right up. Coming up onto your tippy toes. We're just trying to find our balance here. So if you look in the mirror and you can see your ankles collapsing a little bit, work on hugging them in. You bend your knees a little more. Come up higher onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees a little more. Come up higher on your tippy toes. Bend your knees a little more. Feel your quads burning. Breathe into it. One more big breath. We'll slowly straighten the legs. Stay up on the tippy toes. Just work in that balance. Descend your heels. Squeeze your knees. May need to adjust your feet a little bit. We're going all the way down as slow as we can. So as your knees lean forward, come up onto your tippy toes and just take your time. Feel all that movement as you slowly descend down onto your heels. Find your center. Relaxing into the breath. Relaxing into the movement. Noticing how the body responds to every pose to come up nice and slow. And bring the right foot to meet the left. Arms come down to the side. Getting ready for eagle pose. Sweep your arms up. The right arm will go underneath the left. Press the elbows into the chest. Exaggerate stretching out the scapula as your shoulder blades. Come up on the right leg so that it starts to elevate itself. Bend your left knee. Apparently is a theme today. Take the right knee over the left knee and have the toes go behind the calf. Now we're just focusing on center. Balancing poses are learning to be completely present, kind of like what we talked about. If you're going to be hyper-focused, use it for something meaningful. Go a little bit lower, a little bit lower. Let's release. The right foot meets the left. Sweep your arms up. On the exhale, go to the other side. Left arm goes underneath the right. You're pressing your elbows into your rib cage. Work those joints. Keep them nice and supple. Left leg starts to come up a little bit. And then wrap the left knee around the right knee. And you're just working on getting your toes behind your calf. That's all. Concentrating on balancing. It's amazing what we can do when we have our energy focused on one thing. Let's release the left foot meets the right. Sweep your arms up. Big breath in, and on your exhale, bring your arms down to your side. More of the balancing series. So there's a tendency, I don't know about you guys, I'm always close to the top of my mat. So if you're close to the top of the mirror, you may want to step back a little bit. We'll go into forehead to knee. All the weight goes into the left leg, right leg comes up, right thighs parallel to the floor. You can use this as an opportunity to notice if your one hip's higher than the other and square it off. Now, when we go into this pose, we want the torso to go really long. So think about rolling the shoulders up towards the ears so your spine gets longer, and you'll interlace your fingers below the ball of the right foot. Ideally, we want the right thigh to be parallel to the floor. Again, we're being hyper-focused. In the Yoga Sutras, it's called a one-pointed focus. We withdraw our senses and focus on just the moment itself. Extending the right leg forward. Again, working on that hyper-focus. Push your foot into your hands and your hand into pulls back. Start to bend at your elbows, bringing them closer towards the shins. Hyper-focus. Just concentrating on that one thing. Now how we get out is, this is important how we got in. So we bend at the knee. Place the right foot to meet the left. Catch your breath. If you got distracted, that's all right. Left leg up. Even having a one-pointed focus is a discipline in itself. We set ourselves up for success. Inhale, lengthening through the torso. The hands come down and they reach for the foot. We land here. We extend the left leg out. We land here. Maybe we bend the elbows. We land here. The pose gets easier when the breath gets easier. Now let's release. Left foot meets the right. Take a big breath in. That feeling of satisfaction. Inhale your arms up. Palm faces the top of the mat. When you bring your right arm back, have the right thumb be up towards the sky. You'll just kick the right foot into that hand. This gets to be a tricky grip. You get just like that. Yep. Now plug that thumb in as well. You got it. Now the whole idea is the left arm is going to be as close to our ears as possible. We're going to focus towards the ceiling versus the floor, or maybe even to your own forehead or your own thumb. And as you reach forward, kick back. As you reach forward, you kick back. As you reach forward, you kick back. Just taking your time. There's that balance. How far you lean forward and how far you kick back at the same time. Let's release. Right foot meets the left. Good side, number 2, arms up. Left arm goes to the back of the mat. Left leg lifts. Finding your center. You kick back as we lean forward. Notice which drishti works best for you. Taking your time. Your breath becomes the music. Left foot meets the right. Nice job, ladies. One more pose. Put those arms up. Interlace your fingers like you did earlier. Bring your right foot forward slightly. Point the toes of the left foot. You can even keep that foot down on the ground if you like as you lean forward. You're just looking to find one big stick. It's not very long. You have 3, 2, 1, release. Bring the left foot to the back, right foot meets it. This one you don't get too much time to think about. Left foot forward. It's kind of like going to the dentist. Lean forward. You gotta do it. Lean, 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 lean for 3, 2, 1. Lean back. Arms come down to the side. We'll turn and face the garden, the right side of the room. Getting ready for the standing series. We'll sweep the arms up. Step it out nice and wide, 4 or 5 feet. Arms parallel to the floor. Now you can see your own practice. Isn't that awesome? You want to be slightly pigeon-toed. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulders back. There you go. And draw your fist package towards the floor. Let your hips move forward a little bit. Keep the chin tucked into the chest slightly. We're just trying to get into that front body a little bit more. On the exhale, we'll pivot forward. Bring the head towards the floor. Fingertips towards the ceiling. There you go. Now go as far as you want to go with your hands and see if you can make your straddle a little longer. In through the nose and out. This is a good time to let go of those glutes as you have a tendency to be a butt squeezer. Squeeze those arms higher and higher towards the top. Some of you do really strong practices with your arms, holding trays. Inhale, come all the way back up. The right arm's going to come up towards the sky. Grab a strap if you need it. Go Mugasana. The right hand goes right between the shoulder blades. Then the left hand. You can hold on to your ponytail as well. So use your right arm to pull that left arm up towards the sky a little bit more. And press the back of your head into your arm. On the exhale, lean forward. Bring the right elbow down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen. On your exhale, nice and slowly lower, closer and closer towards the floor. Don't forget how we talked about pauses earlier. One more time, you'll inhale, lengthen. You got to exhale to make space, especially if you have a tendency to hold your breath. Inhale, come all the way up. Helicopter. Left arm back. Right arm under. Take your time working into that shoulder girdle. Let that left elbow go as high to the ceiling as possible. On the exhale, we'll fold. Inhale, lengthen, see if you can soften a little bit more. On your exhale, walk your hands in a little bit closer. There you go, Chrissy. Inhale a little bit. Exhale even more. Inhale, we'll rise. Come all the way up nice and slow. Take those arms up towards the sky. Have the right foot meet the left foot. And then exhale, arms down. Here's that pause we talked about. Inhale, arms up. On your exhale, step it out. Getting ready for the Warrior 2 series. So if you look in the camera, you can see where the heel of your foot should be underneath your right arm, right wrist. Turn your right foot out to a 45-degree angle and bend into that knee. Just squaring everything off into the nose and out. You want the weight to be in the heel of your foot so you can check those toes. Now, as we come into a side angle stretch, rest the right forearm on your shin or your thigh bone and take your left arm up towards the sky. Then work on lowering your hips closer towards the floor. Into the nose and out. Perhaps now you just send your fingertips closer towards the floor without forgoing lifting the hips. So the hips have to go just as much as the thigh bone. Use that strength of your left arm, maybe even look towards it to come back into Warrior 2. Breathe into that tension so it will soften. Straighten the leg. Pivot the toes inward. Pivot the left foot out. Same intention. You'll bend into that left leg, finding your Warrior 2. Here you can check to see if you're heel to heel or at least on a railroad track. The left forearm is going to rest on the left thigh bone as the right arm reaches up towards the sky. And again, we want to work on lowering the hips towards the sky. You go, that's what I'm talking about. We have the support, so the more that right arm reaches up, the less pressure you're going to feel on that left foot. Perhaps you slide that left arm closer towards the floor. Keep lowering your hips at the same time. Now the right arm's reaching up towards the sky, so there's this extra dynamic happening. On your inhale, come back to Warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Pivot the toes inward. Let's find the pause. Right foot meets the left. Arms up. Exhale, arms down. Yesterday I was taking class and they were talking about overdoing. Great to add pauses to class. Inhale, arms up. Then apply that to the day. Step it out for straight-legged triangle. You'll turn the right foot out one more time. This time the leg's going to be straight. The pivot's going to happen from the hip flexor. You can start to find that for yourself as you lean towards the left, and the right hand comes down. You slowly and gently lean yourself closer and closer towards that foot. Adjust your back foot appropriately to support the stretch as your left arm comes all the way up and over. Check in and make sure you're still breathing. Let your hips adjust. The left hand comes down. Walk that left foot over towards the left side of the room. Sweep your right arm up towards the sky. Draw the right hip towards the top of the mat, meaning the mirror. There you go. Reach that right arm high, high, high. Strong left arm, like if you were doing a one-armed handstand. And as you back out of the pose, integrate the breath. So the right hand comes down. Inhale the left arm up. And on your exhale, push up. Inhale, bring the right foot in. Exhale, take the left foot out. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, lower it down. Small sips of air in and out. Watch these hips. They're going to keep moving. We want them to keep moving so that they can really open up. Use that right arm to keep the pressure off. It rises up towards the top of the mat. That would be the mirror. There you go. The right hand comes down. Take that right foot over towards the right side of the room so you're like on a railroad track. As you adjust, the right hip drops towards the floor. The left arm comes up towards the sky. We're looking to get into the back of the leg. So enjoy that stretch. Inhale to engage your own vitality. Let go of your own shenanigans. As we back out, the left hand comes down. Right arm comes up. Use that right arm to reach up towards the sky to get you out of that pose as you bring your left foot in. Right foot meets the left. Arms up. Oh, you're a couple inches taller. And then exhale, bring your arms down to your side. We'll face the top of the mat, getting ready for standing tree. A nice soft right foot as you put all the weight into your left. Place the right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Bring your hands to prayer. And then from here, focus on your own eyes. And see if you can allow them to sort of get dreamy, I guess is what I would call it, where you can see yourself, but you can see beyond yourself as well. Allow yourself to move into that dreamy space. And the right foot will meet the left. Going into good side number 2. Gotta love that left. Pick it up. Place the foot to the inside of the thigh and the hands come to prayer. Again, we're allowing ourselves to be dreamy. You know, the crows can be the music. The left foot meets the right. Sweep those arms up. Your energy feels great, ladies. And on your exhale, swan dive. Inhale, we'll lengthen. And on the exhale, let's descend. We'll go right onto our back. And pull your knees into your chest. Give it a nice tight squeeze. And as you do this, see if you can round your back a little bit more, especially if you stand on your feet a lot. We'll exaggerate the stretch. We'll pull the right knee in, extend the left leg forward. Tight, tight, tight. Otherwise known as wind removing pose. Something we'll talk a lot about during the 30-day detox. And we'll switch. The left leg will come in, the right leg will go out. Check on your breath. And bring the left leg up towards the sky. Interlace your fingers behind your head. We're going to do straight-legged scissors. So the right elbow will go towards the left knee. Lift the right leg up off the ground. And we'll switch. So point your toes today, especially since one day I was talking to a student. I said, point your toes. She's like, you told me 5 years ago to flex my feet. I'm like, well, okay. Point your toes. I thought that was super cute. So if you're not familiar with working with your feet in different ways, right, it will change the muscles. So pointing uses one set of muscles. So let's point now. Pointing is like the space between flexing and pointing. Notice how that feels on your feet. Sometimes it actually really stimulates the feet more. And then flex the feet and notice what muscles that uses. And just like the theme of today, what do you resonate the most with for your own body? And then apply that. Good to change things up. Now we'll bring both of those legs up towards the sky. We'll just lift them lower a few times here. Allow your head to descend to the floor so that you can get a big breath in as you lift back up again. So even when you're practicing core, you want to find the pause because the muscles have to soften so they can re-engage. Especially if you have a tendency to hold your breath, pull your belly button in and up during stressful situations. This allows it to loosen that part up. We just have a few more. Getting ready for the next transition, release your hands from behind your head, take them to the backs of your thighs, and bring your heels in. Tuck your chin in. We're going to roll a few times. Use this to massage the back body. Again, using it more as an opportunity to navigate. How does this feel? Is there anything that requires your attention? You'll cross your legs, come into tabletop. We'll lower ourselves all the way down onto our bellies for low cobra series. So now we're just going to work the spine in a few directions. Ideally, you want the heels of your hands underneath your elbows, pressing the tops of your feet into the mat. You'll inhale, lift your chest. Now you want to feel the backs of your arms working here. And on your exhale, we'll lower. Again, we'll inhale, lift. There's my little helper. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Bring our arms out to the shape of a T. I'm going to encourage you to bring your feet together. So roll your hips from side to side so your toes can touch. On the inhale, keep your legs together and your arms will come up towards the sky. Now we're going to work the breath while we hold the pose. So you'll inhale 80%. Exhale 20. Inhale 80. Exhale 20. Now while you're applying this, Notice how the inhale influences the body. It naturally rises. And as you exhale, it naturally lowers. And then begin to apply that lesson to different aspects of your practice, particularly ones that are more arduous. Sometimes that's just transitioning to down dog. Let's release. Catch your breath. Take your hands to the back of your mat, palms down. Rock your hips from side to side, pinkies in. Feel the pressure of your hips on your forearms. Chin stays on the mat. Right leg up. Keep pointing those toes like we were in our core series. Right leg down. Again, left leg up, point the toes. Left leg down. Walk your hands in a little bit closer towards your knee. Bring your feet together so they're touching. On your inhale, both legs up. And we'll release. Let your arms out from underneath you. Bring your heels in. Then reach back with your hands and grab the tops of your feet below the big toes by about 2 inches. Bring your feet together. So initially, just pull the heels in so you can feel the stretch in your quads. And adjust your pubic bone appropriately so it's flush to the floor. On your inhale, kick up. Now kick your shins to the back of your mat and then your feet towards the ceiling. Your shins to the back of the mat and your feet towards the ceiling. Same intention, shins back, feet up. And then apply your breath. And we'll release. Once you catch your breath, make your transition to child's pose using your exhale. Feel your forehead rub up against the mat, and then gently roll it right to left. And as you come back to center, make your transition to down dog. Here is your inversion. So walk your dog out right to left. Let your head hang like a ripe fruit. Shake your head, no, no. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And shake your head, yes. Always ending on the yes. Walk or jump it through to the top of the mat. We'll inhale, lengthen. On our exhale, one more time, roll onto our back. Coming up onto our back, we're going to take a bridge pose. So place your feet on the floor, hip distance apart, just like if you were in chair pose. And then lift up. As the hips go towards the sky, see if you can slide your shoulder blades closer towards the heels of your feet. Work the spinal column. We've already done a lot of work on our arms, so there should be some suppleness between the shoulder girdle the collarbone, humerus, and then use your breath. As you inhale, the collarbone goes towards the chin. As you exhale, it goes towards the hips. As you inhale, it goes towards the chin. And as it exhale, it goes towards the hips. We'll descend the tailbone towards the floor. Pull both knees in, give them a good hug. Now rock your hips appropriately from side to side, especially if you need to get some space. Grab hands and elbows so those knees are a little bit tighter. Now tuck your chin in so you can draw the back of your head closer towards the floor so the neck gets a little bit longer. We're just making room in the spine for a spine twist. We'll take the right hand over towards the right side of the room, palm down. Take both knees over towards the left side of the room. And look over towards the right. And then experiment. What does it feel like to have your right palm down? What does it feel like to have the right palm up? What does your body prefer? They're all good. It's like a smorgasbord of goodness. That's the challenge when you go to a good restaurant and they have so many nice things. That's when I wish they would sell tapas. Come back to center and squeeze those knees in nice and tight. Then I could try it all. Extend the left arm out. Take both knees over towards the right. Now use that breath to breathe into the side body. What that really means is concentrate on feeling the sensations of the left side. And when you do that, you'll notice how the breath influences the skeletal system, the myofascia, the bones, the ligaments, the tendons, your disposition. And again, we'll release, we'll come back to center, we'll give ourselves a big hug. Going into final Savasana, we'll let the feet fall open and our arms come out to our sides. Now let the heels go to the edges of the mat. So you're making your legs more into the shape of a Y. And then today I'd like you to bring your arms up over your head so you actually create an X. And scoop your tailbone a little bit towards the heels of your feet so the lower back gets a little bit longer. And bring all of your awareness to the sensations of the physical body and allow yourself to get lost in that. Similar to what we were practicing in tree pose, when your eyes get soft, you open the door to other possibilities, another way of seeing things. right. We're going to roll over to the right side of our mat. Even here, enjoy the pause. As well as the breeze. And we'll come up into a nice, comfortable seat. We'll face the garden. We'll bring our hands to prayer. Slightly tuck your chin in. Grateful for this new day, its beauty and its light, and a chance to begin again. May we all be freed from yesterday's limitations, and today may we be reborn. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. From my heart to yours. Namaste. Thanks, peeps. Thanks. My pleasure. Hi, everybody at home.